Oh man, how we doing, folks? Halfway through the week here. COVID-19 kind of running a little rampant here in the US, but I'm hopping on because I think it's very important during these times to be optimistic and truly support and get each other's back. And that's what I want to speak to here. It's kind of another kudos opportunity. But seriously, when my boss's boss, my director, Chris Lettiere, calls me, speaks to me, asks me how I'm doing, and all the things that he is responsible for, the individuals that report to him, the concerns that he has between all the sites and the personnel, all the things that are broke, that need fixing, staying on top of the recurring maintenance, like every single facet of what we do in a data center to keep it functioning, to keep our operational tempo at peak readiness and keep our uptime at 100%. On top of all that, let's throw in a little pandemic and a million questions and a million concerns that individuals have that at all levels of management and leadership we're trying to address. But when time is so precious in your day, and I'm trying to answer questions for my technicians and answering questions for my supervisor and up and down the chain of command and coordinating through HR and the customers and everything else in between. But for him to take a moment out of his day and check in with me and face-to-face chat, I say face-to-face, but no, call me and chat in that regards, right? And have some good dialogue and back and forth on everything that's going on, how we can be better, how we can operate better, how we can truly operate in excellence, on top of all the which ways that I'm getting pulled, but truly he's getting pulled. And for somebody who's so resilient, but I can still hear it in his tone, we're all human, we have our limit, right? No matter how big your cup is, right? And the way I've heard this analogy expressed before when it comes to stress, right? As we have a cup that we can fill up with our stress levels. And some people have a teeny tiny teacup. Others have, a nice good size coffee mug size. And others have the 64 ounce Slurpee size, mega jug that they can fill their stress levels, right? We all have different capacities for dealing with stress, but that doesn't change the fact that no matter how big your stress cup is, it gets to a point where it's going to overflow. And definitely right now during these times with everything we have going on and our duties and responsibilities being essential personnel and what that entails, but also our loved ones that we're concerned about, family, friends, how it impacts us outside of work, parents, loved ones. But then dealing with this freaking pandemic and COVID-19, that'll fill up your stress cup pretty quickly, right? I don't care if you've been through a lot of stuff and you've upgraded over the years and you got the big 64 ounce, bladder busting Slurpee size cup, it's going to overflow, right? And that's where we come together and we help each other out and get each other's back and see us through these trying times. And with all that I've said there, I just want to say thank you, Chris. 100%, man. As somebody I truly care about that brought me into CoreSite, I tell people time and time again that your impact in my interview process is the reason why I came to CoreSite amongst all kinds of other competitors that probably could have paid me more compensation wise or little trivial things, what have you. But really it was your mindset, your attitude. And it only gets reaffirmed every day, just in the little things. He doesn't have to call me daily, but to check on me in this week, like a weekly call-in, just to say, hey, how things going? How are you doing? Speak to me, talk to me, right? and truly coming from a perspective of compassion and empathy, you know, and what we're all doing and how we're all handling it. I really appreciate that, and it means the world to me. So truly, 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 I cannot reiterate it enough. Chris Lettiere, thank you. It means the world to me. I can. It's funny for somebody who has such a huge stress cup. I can tell, you know, he's been through it, and then some. But I can hear it in his tone. I can feel it in the conversation that it's at peak, you know, and maybe it's overflowing a little bit. And he knows he's got support. I've got his back. Joel's got his back. I know Danielle definitely has his back. And then you can just go down the list of people, friends and family, that will support him just like he's supporting us. So maybe too oversimplified in just saying a thank you, but truly with no other words to iterate the magnitude of what he brings to Coresight as the director, and his attitude and how he's trying to help us through these times. Much respect, and truly, truly, thank you. Thank you, Chris. I hope this makes your day, man, because I once this all said and done, right, when the dust settles, we'll do it right and celebrate our victory through these trying times. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Chris.